What's up, traders? Going 7 for 7 today. Well, maybe 6 for 7. I guess UAVS was technically break even, but let's get to it. Hey traders, as always, if you want to watch most of these trades live, head over to Twitch, go down, click videos, go to the highlight drop down section, and that's where you can find all these trades. So going over the first trade here, HGEN, this was really the only trade that I took real size on today. It was the only one that I actually liked, and to be honest, it was kind of volume out of nowhere too. So just kind of goes to show you we didn't really have too much to choose from today. But as you can see, previous resistance down here. Nice little pop up through on a lot of volume, obviously, through the whole dollar, read the jiggle, got filled in the wash, and got the meat of the move there. Obviously, you can see I went half size, hence we only made half of what we normally look to make on a single entry, and that was that. Next trade was SPCB. You can see this one wasn't a great move, although it did get a nice little volume increase, a little bit smaller range. Was just looking, I guess, to get some trades in today, you know, even if they weren't the best. But as you can see, according to the P&L, we took a much smaller position based off of, you know, it not being such a great move. So previous resistance does come up through, kind of grinds its way up a little bit, but then we did finally get a little bit of a volume kick up towards 130. Hit it right here at 127. And, you know, just took some into the wash. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure this one felt like it was stopping right there. So we ended up taking off. But as you'll see on the next one, which was VISL, VISL, same kind of chart. But what you see is after that pullback, it went high of day. And I always tell everyone who's like, well, they'll see something like HGEN, be like, well, why didn't you hold it? It was, you know, went to low a day. And I'm always like, well, let me show you another one where it didn't do that. And then, you know, I'll show them something like this. Same kind of chart, big move. These levels were off the hourly. Nice little pop up through 2, got to 220. Pretty much top tick this one, 218. We got filled at 217. Was looking for it to roll over to retest 2 at least. Didn't quite get that. So as it started to pivot up, we took it out.
Watch daily there.
And that was that. Next trade on UAVS. This one was our break-even trade. Had a really nice move. Tried to let this thing come down and at least retest this 310 area. We had an order out at, I think it was 311, and it just couldn't quite get there. We did get a little flush to 315, but it got bought right back up. And so once it got to our break-even, it felt like it was just going to try high of day again. So we took it off right after we got out. Obviously, it came back down, but still didn't even get past that 315 again before trying to curl up again. So we would have been out there, so maybe a little bit lower. But either way, it was still going to be always a break-even trade. CND, this was a pretty good trade. Previous resistance all the way down here. Got a nice little ramp up in volume. We actually started this one a little bit early. Was really hoping that this one would go up through 11 to really get some size into this one because I started it pretty small. But we ended up getting an ad into the flush. We took half off, and then it started to feel like it didn't want to drop any further. So we took another half at break even. And then there it goes back up towards high of day. Failed it. And then so we had kept that last 25%. And took it off. We were really hoping to come back down here towards 1050, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So next trade was on Tesla. We took a short on Tesla, and wouldn't you know it, we pretty much nailed the top. We literally were going super small with this. We took one share. Was not about to let this thing go absolutely crazy up towards like 1100 and absolutely smoke us and ruin our day. So took a nice trade here. Started it, we were green very temporarily, and then it made it an even bigger squeeze. I was expecting 1050, but it really started to stall out here around 1040s. So we got to add, and then once we realized it was just kind of done, we ended up adding just a little bit more, which was at 1040. The high was at 1045. And took most into this wash. I was really trying to keep most of this on, looking for the 1000 retest, but it really started to kind of bottom here. You can see it kind of went sideways for the next 2 minutes as well. But ultimately, some more sellers came in. So was a little mad at myself for not at least keeping one of those 3 shares that we had, but you know, is what it is. Then we did get one more trade here on REDU. I was a little, I mean, it had a nice little pop through one. got short, tried to hold it back for the one test, but it just didn't want to do it. You can see that we kind of read that it just didn't want to do it, so we ended up taking it all off here, and we were right. And as you can see, this thing's still going. We are starting to run out of shares on this thing. We had like 450K. Right now we're down to 140K. And by the time I read that to you, it was at 170 and it just went to 140. So not really sure I'd be interested in this. Maybe if it spiked into the halt, I'll keep an eye on it. But other than that, we're just going to kind of let it be. So almost getting to our quota, 43% of the way to the goal. Still trying to get that $100 a day. But again, everything was a little bit smaller today because nothing was really a great setup. I was really looking for a lot today after Friday, but we just didn't get it. We didn't really have any of that extra push through. And when we did, it was on things like Tesla. So a little sad, but is what it is. We're going to move on, right? We still made it a little bit, so can't complain too much. And that's all I got for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Find me on Twitter, Discord, any of that good stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.